Hello, this is a walkthrough of the request to continue coverage form for the New York State Speedies General Permit for private, commercial, and institutional discharges to groundwater of treated sanitary sewage, commonly known as the PCI General Permit. You're watching this video because your facility is authorized under the New York State DEC PCI General Permit GP-0-25-001 to discharge your septic waste to the groundwater. GP-0-15-001 is a statewide wastewater permit that authorizes over 2,700 facilities across New York to discharge treated sanitary sewage from 1,000 to 10,000 gallons per day per outfall and up to 30,000 gallons per day per facility, all to groundwater. This general permit is a 10-year permit that will expire on May 10th, 2025. The PCI General Permit Update has recently been issued and is effective from May 11th, 2025 to May 10th of 2035. This updated permit is called GP-0-25-002. GP-0-25-002 requires facilities such as yours that are authorized under the permit to discharge septic wastewater to submit a request to continue coverage form by June 10th. Of 2025. The request to continue coverage form contains questions confirming owner contact information, facility address, and on-site wastewater treatment system information. The request to continue coverage form also includes a certification by the owner that the on-site wastewater treatment system design components have not changed, and that the on-site wastewater treatment system meets the requirements of Part 1C and Parts 3 through 7 of GP-0-25-002. If the design components of the on-site wastewater treatment system were changed without written approval from the New York State DEC, a request to continue coverage form cannot be used, and a new electronic notice of intent must be submitted instead. Facility owners who do not submit a request to continue coverage form by June 10th must submit an electronic notice of intent to obtain authorization to discharge. In order to complete this form, the request to continue coverage form, you will need your existing Speedies ID for the PCI facility. Your Speedies ID number is found on the renewal letter that identifies your facility. To start getting work done on filling out the request to continue coverage form, you will go to the PCI page on the New York State DEC website. Scroll down a bit and you'll see under the Forms section that there is a green button for DEC Online Forms Login. Click here. It will redirect you to the New York State DEC EndForm webpage, where you'll then log in. If you do not have an account, you'll create one using the directions below. Something to point out is that you will be creating a personal account. Once that you make that account, or if you already have an account, you will log in to EndForm. I already have an account, so I'm going to log in now. I'm now signed in with my username and password, and it will bring me to the EndForm portal. There are a lot of tabs at the top here. We're going to start with the Find tab to look for the form that we are looking for today. And I'm going to type in here PCI, and what will pop up is the PCI General Permit Request for Continued Coverage for GP-0-25-002. Now I'll click on that form, and then this is what will show up. We are in the form now, the PCI Request to Continue Coverage form, and to begin filling out the form, you will click here. Each question in the form has an information icon that is used to explain the question or give you a little more information. Required questions are marked with an asterisk, and others can be skipped if the answer is not known. So you'll go through here. Add in first your permit ID number. We talked about having that ahead of time before getting going with the form here. You'll answer the questions below. So does your the operation of the on-site wastewater treatment system meet the requirements of 1C and 3 through 7 of the most updated general permit. You'll select yes or no here. Continuing on to owner information. For owner information, make sure that the mailing address information is correct. This is the address used for your invoice. If your mailing address has changed, update the information using the request for continued coverage. Next year's invoice will be sent to that address. You'll then move on to facility information, typing in the facility name and the address. Then as you scroll down, what you'll do here is you'll find the location of your facility. You see the little hand on my mouse here. By clicking and holding, it will move the map. You can also scroll in and out to find a different location within New York State. Once you find the location of your facility, you'll click. That will put a pin down on the map and it will automatically populate your latitude, longitude. If you click the wrong location, not a problem. Just click a new location. The latitude and longitude will adjust. On the side here, the next tab is the on-site wastewater treatment system details. It's asking about if anything has changed about your on-site wastewater treatment system. The next tab here is the owner certification. This owner certification form needs to be filled out. You'll save and download it to your computer. So I'll just do it like this. I'll do it as a test for today and save it to my desktop. You'll go back into EndForm and then you'll select that file to upload to your form. You now see it here. It has attached itself. If you accidentally collect the wrong file, you can always remove it. Yes, I want to delete it. And I want to click a different file. I only have this one for now, but you'll add that up again and fill it below. This statement here is asking if the form has been signed in accordance with our standard permit conditions. If you say yes, you can proceed, but if you say no, you need to make sure that the form is signed in accordance with our standard permit conditions. On the last tab here is a review, where you can review all of the information that you've included in your form up to this point. Everything that's red is something that I'm missing. So if you are missing something, it will indicate that for you. And at the bottom here, you will certify and submit. Because I have a lot of things that are missing, it's not going to let me continue here. But so if you have this box, you'll have to go back through and fill out things more completely. But then this will show up as blue and you can submit the form. If you want to work on this later, any point you want to stop, you can save your progress and find the draft in your My Submission form. So you would save progress here. And then in the dashboard, you would go to My Submissions and see that there. I can show you that now. So we'll save progress. Great. And now it has been saved. I go to My Submissions. And you'll see here's the request for continued coverage. I was just working on it. And now I can edit that submission. And we know I put the permit number in, that's still there. And I believe I left the owner certification form on there too. Everything else I had already kept blank, but the other information is there. So again, you can save your progress and come back later. And I did want to add here that if you have several facilities, you must complete a request to continue coverage form for each facility because each of those facilities has a distinct Speedies ID. That's all I have for today. Thank you.